lights up, but the stage is set. A-list moments you won't forget. Stories told from the hearts of gold, where dreams ignite and truths unfold. A-list guests.
I actually I did something special for you guys because I was so excited when you agreed to it. So here's my little gift for you. For hopping on the podcast. Which thank you for hopping on here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. But this is my little gift.
Woodward Sports, where the legends collide. Motor City hustle, we the pride worldwide. Mic check, game set, highlight the real. Front row action, It's the realest of a field. From the field to the court, we got the insight. Hype like a buzzer beater lit under bright lights. Big plays, hot takes, call it how we see. We the pulse of the game, Detroit pedigree. Woodward Sports, we the name on the rise. All day, every play, yeah, we televise.
Whoa. Is that AI?
What's that?
Was that AI or did you?
No, yeah, that was that was AI.
That's crazy. That is actually, that stuff's getting scary. That's like way too good.
That's what I used actually for my podcast intro. But I was like it worked well for me. So let me try out for these guys. But I was like, dang, that was like, I thought it was cool. You liked it?
Yeah. Do you have yours? Can I hear yours? Or I can listen back when we.
Oh shoot, I can't because
You're good. I'll listen to the intro when this one comes out.
Yeah, because I'll put it at the beginning. But the device I use, it's a little limited. I have another one that I got to switch to, but I got to learn how to use it a little bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for letting me show that to you. Dani with Woodward Sports. So go ahead and just tell everybody what's Woodward Sports, all about.
Basically, we are the first online digital sports media network for the city of Detroit. If we're not the first, I'm pretty comfortable saying we're the biggest. I joined a little bit after COVID. I want to say early 21 or maybe even late 20. I was kind of doing my own thing, just as you are, and just to the hustle and bustle of just doing like at home stuff. I'm sure you're learning. There's a lot to it, and it's a big commitment because not only are you making the content, but then you have to market the content, saying to an audience and promote your stuff. So, and they have to, get your guests and all, it's just a whole lot of stuff. And so I feel like I was doing fairly well at it too. Obviously, like I feel like I was doing a pretty good job. Had a lot of cool guests on, I believe. But I was like, man, if I could just get a team or join a team, like I could just go like take this thing to the moon, and
power in numbers, right?
Yeah, exactly. And at the time I was training jiu-jitsu shout out to our guys over at Allegiance Gym out there in Sterling Heights. But I was training jiu-jitsu. My guy, Chris, the owner of the gym, went to high school with Stick, who, they started Woodward Sports. And so he was kind of, letting them know about me. Like, hey, we got this guy at our gym. He interviewed some of the fighters. And I had Kendra Less at the podcast at the time too. Shout out to Kendra as well. And kind of got my foot in the door as a social media guy. And then, there's a lot, dude. The rest just took off. Because I wasn't there to be a social media guy. I wasn't here to be a social media guy. I was doing my own already. I knew what I wanted to do. And so I just had to prove that part to him. And it took a lot of hard work and a lot of proving myself and added value. But yeah, now we're here. I think I answered like 5 different questions. I apologize. Woodward Sports is a digital online platform for Detroit sports. Yeah.
You're good. No, I got a list of stuff, and I also got some of your guys' stuff to pull up, so everybody can see what you guys are all about. Do you know like how Woodward, like do you know how like the whole thing like got started? Like we got your story of how you joined.
Stick, one of the founders, he kind of same thing as me. He started a podcast with a buddy of his, and they're going from the couch. And shout out to my guy Stick, Sam Day. He's a little older than us, and so he's not as digitally equipped as maybe. I don't know if that makes sense for everybody. And so he wanted to get into the studio, and there's a studio here at the Lady Jane's headquarters that they had used for radio spots or whatever it was. It was getting rented out every now and again, and then. Our capital guy, Chad Johnson, just truly brilliant guy. He owns Lady Jane's and a few other businesses as well, Roast Coffee. He had the idea of just taking it from beyond just a little podcast into what it is today, the sports network, Woodward Sports, with multiple shows on it now.
When I like told a couple
Yeah.
people, like what's that?
Sorry, we had some girls walk by.
No, I got you. No, when I told people that I was having you guys on, that like people know who you guys are.
Yeah.
Like you guys put out some pretty awesome clips.
That's pretty cool to hear, man. Yeah, it's kind of it's dope because like you started out as a passion thing and then it gets like where it's gotten, and like you may be out and about downtown and people hit you up. Some people that work on the road or just maybe don't have like close friends or family that have reached out and said like what we mean to them as part of like their daily routine. Like it's and having the chat because we're live on YouTube, people are able to interact. Like we're making their days sometimes. I got a guy coming here, came to our studio and then said like, sounds weird to say, but he's like, "You saved my life," and I was like, "What?" Like I'm literally just making fart jokes and talking sports, and it's cool to have that impact, or I guess know that you're having that impact on some people.
When people need entertainment, you know what I'm saying, and turn on ESPN. Sometimes it can just become background noise.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And you guys do the highlights, so
Yeah.
and you guys have put out a lot of content. How are you? Do you guys? I know you're on camera, and we'll see that in a little bit. But do you edit your own stuff, or you guys gotta have like a team editor?
So it's kind of how I got. That's how I kind of bullied my way into being on camera. Because I would record my own stuff and to prove that I could do it. I would have to edit it up, splice it up, make it look sweet, and yeah. So I edit my stuff still to this day. There was a brief period where I wasn't doing it, but as I was telling you earlier, sometimes you want things done, you got to learn how to do it yourself.
Oh, definitely. If you want it done a certain way, definitely. Sometimes
Exactly.
you're the best person for the job. Who would be like who's like your dream like guest or like person to interview?
That's a great question. I mean, there's just so many for so many different reasons. Man, that is a phenomenal question, David. I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, one of my favorite athletes. I don't know if the interview would. I don't know if our personalities would vibe as well. But Ndamukong Suh is like one of my favorite athletes. I think that would be kind of cool to do. Richard Sherman. Anyone, honestly though, like when I first started, like I became fascinated when I talked to these guys that like started when I'm talking to athletes, at least like football players that would start like JUCO and then make their way from JUCO to college, maybe a smaller college. I mean, Glover Quinn, for example, was at JUCO college. Then he went to New Mexico State, which what I didn't even know that was New Mexico State. You know what I'm saying? And then he gets, and he, makes it to the NFL. Then from there, it makes it. Anybody that has that kind of story, that's the conversations I enjoyed the most when I was first coming up because that was the kind of journey that I was on. I didn't go to school for any of this stuff, so like hearing those like success stories or like the mindsets they had to get there. Anyone that has that type of story, it's probably like the best ones to listen to. Off the top of my head,
want to listen to the D1 cakewalks.
yeah, I mean they're cool, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but cooler ones are like exactly the guys that got out the mud, you know.
Who's
I guess I don't have an answer. I guess dead or alive.
Yeah, dead or alive. We'll go dead or alive then.
Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali had to keep the confidence of being the best in the world in a time where he wasn't even allowed to eat in restaurants, or even come through the front door of certain places, and just keep that mental that I'm the best, no matter despite all that stuff like that, and then having to come to fruition. That's something truly amazing.
Are you also like into boxing?
Yeah, I'm more MMA than boxing, to be honest with you. I think boxing is a little bit diluted. Too many championship belts. You don't know who the best is. You say I'm the champion at 145. Well, there's 7 of you guys at 145. So who's the best? And then none of them want to fight each other. So you never find out.
And now the big fights are YouTubers, so there's that as well.
Yeah, maybe we'll be there one day.
Right. Who's like to date? Who's like some of the cool people that you've gotten to interview so far?
Glover Quinn was one I really enjoyed. Just his story. Darius Slay. I didn't even know that he played JUCO or any of that stuff. That was a really cool interview I had. And then, I mean, the big names that people like to hear, like Calvin Johnson, that was really cool. We had Allen Robinson in the studio the other day.
You guys got to interview Calvin Johnson?
Yeah, yep. We got to interview Calvin Johnson a few times now, just because he still stays in Michigan. He still has like a residence out here, and raises his family out here. So he's always around, and anytime he's got an event, we'll make sure to go up there and hold things down. Jalen Rose is a cool one too. Honestly, I enjoy them all. I just like listening to some people's stories sometimes.
Do you ever think that you would be in the position where you're interviewing all these people?
At a certain point in my life, no. Like this was like just a dream, literally a dream. But then after COVID happened, I don't know, man. I was just like hell bent on this being my life in some form or fashion. It was a really odd, abnormal belief. I mean, I was with you briefly. That's how I met you working at the real estate place, and
Right.
I was half-ass working there, half-ass like work, focusing on this. And then
Like,
and the only reason I got that
what's
job.
the best lighting? No.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Dave Brown, man. But I think yeah, Mike's the one that got me that job, and at the time I was kind of offended. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, "Wait, you don't believe I'm gonna make this? This podcast thing's not gonna work out for me? Like, you think I need to get a job? Like, this is my job, But I did need to pay bills, so and
Right.
obviously
You got to
Mike's
make money.
yeah. So I took on the job, and yeah, I mean, didn't believe it when I was younger, but once I made the decision to do it, I locked all the way in, and yeah, I mean, this is where I wanted to be. So yeah, kind of, yeah, I did believe it. And honestly, talking to those people like Glover Quinn, Darius Slay, like that's the mindset you kind of got to have. It's just like you can't even like you got to be kind of crazy. I mean, you ever hear Mr. Beast talk about about his come up? Like he was obsessed
Oh
with
yeah.
you, or we're just talking about fighting. If you ever listen to Conor McGregor talk before he got the belt, he was just telling people like, yeah, I'm gonna knock you out, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But like I don't know. I do through that experience myself and talking to enough people, you truly got to like visualize things and put yourself like in that mindset, and the universe will make it happen.
Oh, definitely. What was like one of the biggest learning curves for you, like trying to get started recording your own stuff and
Hmm.
creating content?
The editing stuff I learned in high school. Shout out to Mr. Kaufman, and shout out to Lancers North for having a phenomenal, film program or TV and broadcasting program. The biggest thing, honestly, was that belief. Like you can't let that die out. You're gonna die out. You can't let that dream die. You gotta truly be crazy about it. One thing Darren McCarty said to me, which is also, I guess, a pretty cool person we get to hang out with, is he told me he's like easy is what they call me out here. He's like, your superpower is your belief in yourself, and like don't ever forget that. And that kind of just stuck with me. And so like the biggest thing really is just learning curve is just not giving up, knowing it's not going to be easy, and being willing to take the. Can I swear on here? Take the shit. Sorry if you didn't want that.
Yeah, right. No, hey, you're good. This isn't a for kids podcast, so you can cuss it up now and then. That's
Yeah,
totally good.
yeah. I guess just don't stop believing in yourself. Like there's 100% going to be delays. There's going to be obstacles in your way, but you got power through those things, man. Just like because like I said, you got to like visualize where you're at. Like, oh well, I'm gonna get there. Like I just got to take care of this now, and yeah, that's the biggest thing I learned. Just don't give up and bust your
Out here
ass.
dropping knowledge.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome.
I got the sound effects over here. We
Oh yeah.
we like having fun. What's the shooting schedule like for you guys? Like, is it just pretty much based around what sporting events are going on, or
Pretty,
what's
pretty
crazy?
much, yeah. I mean, routinely, I'm blessed to have the 5 to 7 show with my boy Spinny. Shout out at Woodward Heavyweights. We're live from 5 to 7, so we typically before recently because I'm here a little bit more earlier now. But I'd come in around like 4. I try to aim for like 4:30, and go over a little bit of the show stuff, and then we go live, and then after at 7 when we get off, just pick what clips we want, the good moments, and make sure those get done. Thumbnails for YouTube,
Right.
scheduling pretty much, yeah. But like you said, those typically are like what's going on too. So like there may be breaking news that we got to get a video out about this, or tomorrow For instance, Thursday night there's a Detroit Lions game. We're going to cut the show early, and then we're going to record ourselves watching the game itself. So schedule is probably just dependent on the news dependent, I'd say. But 5 to 7, Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. I'm there daily, so check me out there too.
Fair enough. And that actually brings us, we will, let's go ahead and pull up some of that stuff because I got it queued up for us.
I know I got some wild stuff out there. Boom. This is from yesterday.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Can you also see yourself right now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I'm the cute one on the left, right?
Right.
Today's storyline coming out of Detroit Lions training camp. What is the scrimmage they had? The ones versus the ones, offense versus defense. Defense is credited with 2 points for every stop they made. And they started that session 10-0 because defense was on one. It started off a short run. Jahmyr Gibbs got stuffed. Then, and this is where we're getting to the point that you were making, Calvin Shepard sending these guys out like a pack of wild dogs. Jack Campbell blitz up the middle for a second.
I'll be honest.
Yes, sir.
I might be the worst person to be interviewed. I don't keep up with sports. How do you guys like digest so much of what's going on out there in sports and then just hop into something and talk about it? Is it just because you're so like engulfed in it every day, or?
Yes, that is 100% it. Because one thing I'll be forefront about is like I'm not the biggest baseball fan. I was never the biggest hockey fan. Oddly enough, I like hockey more than I like baseball now. But like you gotta be passionate about it. Like who wants to listen to somebody who doesn't know what the hell they're talking about? So it's like that helps drive it for sure because it's just like it's what you do in your waking seconds. It's what your mind craves, I guess. I don't know why I'm like that. I guess I was born that way. I mean, I don't know. I love football. But you gotta love it. And it's like when we're talking baseball, though, like I'll try to ease the brakes a little bit, because I'm not as baseball savvy. I'm not as hockey savvy. But we're talking football, basketball, MMA. Like I'm locked in, and ideas are bouncing back and forth. And the YouTube chat's always open to share their ideas too, good or bad. A lot of them bad. Love you guys though. But yeah.
Yeah, you guys, whether it be on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you guys are putting up some numbers as far as followers, people watching your guys' videos. Like, I mean, like I said, like before, we hopped on here, I told a couple of people I was, that I was doing another podcast this week, and they're like, "Hey, who is it? Who is it?" And I told them Woodward Sports, and they're like, "How?" They're like, "How did you get them?" I was like, I know Dani. So thanks for coming on. I truly do appreciate it.
No, I do. I appreciate you asking me. It's kind of cool to be, I guess, cool enough to even be asked on people's podcasts. So I appreciate you reaching out.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we looking through here. I mean, you guys are like consistently, like every single day, it looks like putting out content.
Oh, yeah. We're scheduled and regimented now. And obviously, if news breaks, we got to be the first one out there because everything's pretty much consumed digitally for the most part. Majority of things are consumed digitally. I mean, look at the numbers right now. We're only a portion of, it's not like we have all the, Detroit sports fans' eyes, and these are just some of them. So it's you want to be first out there digitally when you're doing the news cycle.
Oh, definitely. And how many sports do you guys like cover?
I mean, I guess I'm blessed in a way where it's kind of like we kind of talk whatever we want. For numbers wise, like SEO, search engine optimization, like you probably want to do the bigger stories of the day, of the week. But football for sure. I mean, everything Detroit, anything Detroit related, anything that is conversation worthy. That's the stuff we're going to talk about. Like there was some crazy stuff that happened last night at a WNBA game, and WNBA game isn't popular, but something crazy happened. So like, of course we had to talk about it, give a reaction to it. It may even be
Right.
something like, I mean, today we literally started our show today with a debate from that spilled over from the back about the new Sydney Sweeney ad. And it's just really just conversational stuff again that you're passionate about. I think the biggest thing in this is like you have to be passionate with what you're talking about or who you're talking to, and that's
Oh
just like
yeah, to sit there and talk, for more than 10 minutes about something,
yeah,
you got to know what you're talking about, right? I could probably give a 10-minute speech about anything, but anything, anything past that, you got to know what you're talking about.
yes,
No, because I was looking at your guys's articles and everything like that. I mean, I
yeah,
even saw like esports articles. It seems like you guys, if there's a good story, you guys try and cover it.
absolutely.
And then you guys have, so am I seeing it right? You guys have these 4 main shows. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Except for I'm seeing right now we have to update 2 of those because we just rolled out a new morning show and we just rolled out a new show um, in the afternoon. So
Why don't you tell everybody what they're called then?
yeah, absolutely. So in the mornings, it's now with Sean Belizean and Maz. So Sean Belizean from WFN back in the day, and Tom Mazaway used to cover a lot of Michigan games. He'd also been on a few radio spots as well too. Catch them in the morning from 8 to 10, and then in the evenings, or not in the evening, I apologize, afternoon from 2 to 4, you can catch my guy Braylon Edwards, Michigan great, also great human, alongside Matthew Shepard, who used to call the Tigers games, and then you see the last show of the day, the main event, the Woodward heavyweights from 5 to 7, bro.
Today's
Right.
storyline coming out of Detroit Lions training camp.
Yeah.
What is the scrimmage day?
Yes, right here. Right here. Okay.
Check them out.
And you guys, I noticed I was like, damn, these guys also have some
Merch.
pretty cool merch.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to push a little bit more of that, to be honest with you.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, you guys, I was looking through here and I was like, I'll be honest. I'm also, like I said, I played sports in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I
What do you play?
just did uh, hockey, soccer, football, track, wrestling,
Okay.
anything that didn't require me to be tall, pretty much. So I didn't play. I definitely didn't play basketball. And just happenstance, I did not. I did not play baseball. Not play baseball. But those are my sports. So I could have back in the day. I probably could have talked Red Wings with you. I don't know if I could name threes are playing, and that's it, right? But no, you guys got really cool merch on here.
No, I appreciate you. Yeah, make sure you guys cop some merch. Hopefully, we get in touch with some people getting some more stuff up on there too.
You even got the golf tees, or not the golf tees, golf
Yeah.
polos. That's pretty sick.
Are you dropping some merch?
I might have eventually. Listen, I have them like created. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just I'm no graphic designer. Like I said, this is all
Yeah.
it's all learning curve, right?
Yes.
Do you guys have someone that designs your merch for you, or what's the case?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, yes and no. Not like it's kind of like makeshift. The guys that are back here. I mean, there was a point in time where we were more focused on rolling out some stuff that we loved and we were really passionate about. But now it's I mean, it's something we should lock in on. To be honest with you, I'd like to lock in on it.
That's surprising that you guys don't have it, because, like I said, it's really cool merch.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean we definitely put some dope stuff out. I just wish we had someone like committed to like doing it full time, because like
Right.
I don't know, making shirts sometimes is kind of cool. That stuff's kind of fun. It's just cool when someone wears your stuff. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, when
Oh
you
yeah, like
you know,
if you were out like at the Lions game and you saw
yeah,
like I don't know if like not to be shouting other people out, but good golf.
okay, you got their merch.
They're like a YouTube like golf kids. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But, like I'll be at the golf course and I'll be like, he's got a good shirt on. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So no, I'm sure that would feel real cool to see your merch out there.
It is really cool. It is super cool. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, someone supporting you, and also like beyond supporting you. Obviously, we've all had friends who've dabbled in certain stuff, and sometimes your friends aren't the best at they're not the best creators. So it's like, yeah, I might
Right.
buy your stuff, but I'm not gonna wear it. So someone that actually like buys it then wears it means like not only are they supporting you, but they also like you did a good job at what you made.
Right. Yeah. Versus, yeah, they could buy it and be like, yeah, thanks, and then put it in their closet.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I've done that. I'm like, I'm not wearing this. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, as the business owner though, you probably don't. Well, I mean, obviously you want them repping it, but either way, get that money right.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care if you buy. You can buy 10 and put them in the closet. How about that?
Yeah. Do it. Set them on fire. As long as you're buying them.
If you're not wearing it, then you have to buy 10.
Yeah. But see, when they wear it though, marketing, boom.
No, I know. Yeah, definitely brain recognition. No, I totally get it. When you guys are like setting up interviews or stuff like that, like how do you guys like get in contact with these people? Like are there certain events where you have to get media passes? Like what's that like?
Yeah, I mean, some stuff's like at certain places. If you're at Lions camp or you're at the Tigers game, like stuff like that, you need credentials for, and interview them right then and there. Lot of other times, it's really just connections, like having a connection to someone that knows someone. Um, that's been like the best for me. um, just knowing somebody, and sometimes too, like it was a little bit different for me. I feel like I got lucky. I came up at the perfect time to try to do stuff, this kind of stuff, because during COVID, people weren't doing much. A lot of people were at home, not doing nothing. So it's like someone reached out for an interview. Typically, before the lockdown, if you weren't, you'd be like, "Oh well, no, I'm doing this, I'm doing that." But the lockdown was like, I mean, I guess I'm not doing nothing. Yeah, I'll go on this guy's show, and
Yeah, right.
but from there, keep that relationship and and promote that interview, like show them in a good light, and maybe another, UFC fighter is going to want to be on, like, hey, I got a fight coming on. I saw that interview you did with Eric Anders. I'd love for you, I'd love to come on your show and do the same thing. Or if you reach out, like, oh, yeah, I saw you had Kendra Lust on. Yeah, let's do it. Just
Oh
get
yeah,
snowball.
I'm sure it's definitely a snowball effect. It sounds
Yeah,
like.
yeah. Some more connections, and once you do get those, promote them, clip them. That's the biggest thing. I'm sure you've done it. You're just on your phone scrolling, make those little videos, and who cares? Someone's gonna watch it, and that's the best way. Is clipping your stuff. That's kind of how I bully my way in here. Like I said, the editing skill set I had from high school. Anytime they would say something obnoxious or whatever, I'd clip it, put it out on social media, or anytime I thought I had something good to say, I'd clip it, put it out there, let the numbers speak for themselves at that point.
Right, exactly. I'm not that advanced, so that's why we're recording in here. Riverside, if you want to sponsor this, I love it because it auto edits. Because I am not there yet. I'll get there. I feel so old. Like
Don't feel old. You
like
just never did it.
not old, but like when you try and show your parents
Yeah,
a tech thing, like
yeah.
this whole camera and audio thing, like just a
It's
different
new.
different ball game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like if you didn't learn it, early on, then it becomes harder and harder to learn. So, or maybe it's just me, and I'm just not my skill set. But hey, if you watch enough YouTube videos, then you start to learn some stuff.
There's some good advice too, YouTube, to be honest with you. Like, although I knew a lot of stuff from high school, at least the basis of things from high school, like you said, like things advance from there. And sometimes you gotta hop on the old YouTube machine and figure out how to get her done. And or certain skill sets or certain ways people that are having success in your industry are doing it. Like, the YouTube is honestly the best. I think it's the second
Oh,
biggest search
definitely.
engine, if I'm not mistaken.
What's that?
I'm pretty sure YouTube's the second biggest search engine.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. And it's supposed to, I believe, double like in users in the next year or 2 years. I can't remember if it was a year or 2 years.
I will say it's gotten worse though too. Like when I'm looking for certain stuff, if it's anything older than 2 years or anything older than a year, it won't pop up. It's very annoying.
Oh yeah, unless you're searching for something niche, like a OG YouTube video. I was doing my a second podcast that I have, not this one, but I started another one with my best friend, and we were pulling up like OG YouTube videos, like
Yeah,
Numa, yeah, like that guy. I don't know if
yeah,
you,
yeah.
I don't know if you remember that guy. They had millions and millions of views. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta find because because there'll be stuff where like especially in this business, you have a take and you have your prediction of something that's gonna happen, and then you have somebody that's against your take, and it's like you said this, and it's like well, no, I did it. Like I'll find the video and show you right now. I didn't say
Right
that.
here, here's a clip. We upload
Exactly.
everything.
But now, I mean, whatever they switched up with the new algorithm, it's kind of tougher to find that stuff. Like I was looking for a quote from Jared Goff the other day, and I know he said it, because I cover it, and I couldn't find the clip.
Yep. Hey, I mean, at least your guys' your stuff is in my algorithm, so that's
That's awesome.
that's all that matters, right? If you had like any advice for like someone trying to like get into what you guys are doing, like where would you tell them to start?
Like for sports, in particular, just podcasting,
No, I would say sports.
sports.
Yeah.
I would say YouTube and Twitter. Um, those are ones that I use. Obviously, I'm doing okay, but Twitter is like the first place for breaking news. Like all the reporters, like that's where you're gonna find like those tweets. So if you want to be the first on a take, Twitter's where you want to be. Be under those replies from the comment sections and make your videos, and then YouTube for obviously your long form content if you're doing long form or even just quick hits because they got the shorts now too. But clip, man. Like and I guess I can't really speak to the editing stuff because I know that's kind of changing. I've noticed some of the sloppier edits that we've put out recently, or at least we had an intern put out a video that, by my standard, I would have never let that go out.
Yeah.
But a short
By
on
my
time,
standard, I would have been like, dang, this looks awesome.
yeah,
How'd
yeah.
you do that?
I would have. But dude, it banged. It did really well. And sometimes it's tough like deciphering if it was the SEO on the title or
Right.
what it was that made that do well. Number one thing too, and that's why I apologize to you before we hopped on, is audio as well. Like audio is the most important part of production. Like you can listen to a podcast without watching it, but if the audio is bad, you can't hear anything. You're not
Oh,
gonna.
definitely. And that's like, yeah, half the videos I saw, and like about creating a podcast, anything like if you're, you know, gonna do it, half your video is audio, right? So
Mhm.
that's why I was like, I gotta freaking
Yeah. And it
get
matches
like
his background too. That's kind of cool.
Howard Stern over here.
That's an OG reference. We're getting old enough to where like some people may not even know what we're talking about.
Right.
We see
Yeah,
so many
they
interns here. It's like sometimes they say certain things, or I'll say something. It doesn't catch on with them. I'm like, wow, I'm getting old. It's happening.
right. They're like, yeah, I would reference like maybe Chris Chelios or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We were joking around here for a long time too, like because we were born in the '90s, but now it's like, yeah, we were born in the late 1900s, and it's a true statement. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, but dude, it sounds messed up though.
it's not. Yeah, it
Like
sounds. Oh God, dude, yeah.
1900s.
Yeah,
They're gonna
like
be
now that I'm
writing
being
stories
adults that were
about it.
born in the 2000s, I'm like, whoa, that's getting used to that one.
Another messed up thing that um, I think one of my assistants said it, but then one of my clients said it to me. We were out like looking at houses, and they said, "Ugh, it's millennial gray," and I was like, "Millennial gray," and they're like, "Yeah, it's gray everywhere."
Damn,
I know, isn't
that's
that
our.
tough?
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing either.
Yeah, that's real tough. If you had anything else to like anything that I haven't, went down a lane on,
Yeah, yeah.
or asked about, like, what would it be, right?
hmm Number one, first and foremost, is following at Speakeasy Sports _ on all social platforms. You know what I'm saying? No, seriously. I mean, number one core thing I would like just drill into your head and just watch like other people that had success in almost any lane is just that belief, and then the second part has proven everybody else wrong. Like, like marketing that belief. Like, hey, look, I'm doing it. So I'm talking about the clips. Like, here's me interviewing so and so. You said I couldn't do this shit. Fuck you. Look at this. Like, now that I did, go share this for me now. Thanks. Like, and also too, like the people you may know around you, like that know you for you and all your flaws because they may have grown up with you and seen you fall short. Like, they won't see you in that light that you're trying to become. And so it's really just like you got to put your stuff out there, and you got to know that there's how many people on the planet. I mean, the internet is, you're going to find someone that rocks with you for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's someone out there or someone's out there that are going to like rock with you. And so don't be ever discouraged by, people that may know you from high school. It's like, this guy's not a broadcaster. He's this guy started a food fight in 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll never see you as that, but you got to believe that you are that. And then other people will, clip it and get it out to those people who will find that and rock with you for those reasons.
Right. Who cares about the one person from high school when you guys got thousands of people,
Exactly.
watching your video. You guys
and I don't know a single, I probably know a few of them, but I don't know, I don't even know half of them. I've never met these people in my life, but they support me and just gotta get out there and find those people, man.
Right. Like out of 213, it's not you don't know those people, you know what I'm saying? But as long as you're putting out great content, like you guys are, who really cares, right?
Exactly. Yeah, just believe in yourself and market yourself. Probably the biggest things, honestly.
Fair enough. Make sure to put all your guys' links in the comment or links in the description and everything, for everybody to go ahead and follow all the pages. But definitely, like I said, let me pull this back up just one more time because I was like, dang, like just the merch.
Yeah, grab some merch.
Is super
I wish
cool.
I had a promo code to give you guys.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I wish I had a promo code to give you guys.
Well, hey, maybe I can just update the description later. We'll see. Be careful, Dani. Don't make any promises. No.
Yeah, I do.
But no, these, if you're looking for a different, place to get some really cool Detroit sports merch, then definitely check out these guys' merch store. Definitely.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes. Thank you for being on. I truly do appreciate it. But like I said, I'll make sure to put all your guys' links down in the description and everything. Make sure to follow these guys for all your sports, Detroit sports, right? And we'll catch you next time. Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate you. Thank you, David.
Lights up while the stage is set. A-list moments you won't forget. Stories told from the hearts of gold, where dreams ignite and truths unfold.